Welcome back to Travel Show Live. I'm Erik Hastings. It is another beautiful Sunday afternoon. If you're watching during the week, we do this program live every Sunday from 5 until 7 p.m. From 1050 ESPN Radio, our dear good friend, Don LeGreca. Your first appearance here on the big show.
Yeah, I'm thrilled about it.
This is very exciting.
Now I know what you do.
Now you've always wondered, like,
right.
What in the world does he do for a living? Well, you know, now that football season is underway, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to go to one of these games, or maybe give it as a gift to somebody else. But where do we start even planning? I mean, certainly somebody who is a Colts fan, you want to go see a Colts game. But how do we even start planning that kind of a trip?
Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to a historic place. Let's say if you're just a general football fan, you want to go to Dallas. They have a brand new stadium. You want to go to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. You want to go someplace special. Yeah. That also has a nice city. So maybe you go in Saturday and enjoy the city on Saturday night and then go to the game on Sunday.
See, you are speaking my language.
That's what you want to do. You want to be able to take in the whole city. Like Indianapolis is perfect. They got a brand new stadium. They have a nice little area to go to. If you went to Baltimore, maybe you go the day before, go to Annapolis, check it out, and then go into Baltimore. What you want to do first is get the tickets.
That's got to be some,
yeah.
But now, are there some teams you can get tickets to, some teams you can't?
For the most part, every team is sold out. There's a few exceptions where you can buy tickets, but I've always felt that if you're going to spend the money on a trip, why do you want to sit in the last seat in the stadium? I think you can probably find some place nice to be able to see the game. And so if you go to some of the websites like the StubHubs or eBay, you might be able to find some affordable tickets that way. You don't want to go without tickets counting on scalping, because what ends up happening is, first of all, it's illegal. Second of all, you end up paying through the nose for it.
The first problem,
the first one.
Breaking the law.
But also, you know, you don't want to end up having to spend 80% of your budget on tickets thinking that you're only going to spend 20% of your budget. So you want to have the tickets in hand, and that's probably the best way to go about it. Probably be a little too frustrating to go through the actual ticket agency of that particular team. So go to some of the websites. Some fans sell tickets. They can't go to games. So that's probably the best way to get the tickets before you leave.
Is it possible to get scammed on those kinds of tickets? I mean, StubHub, obviously you're not getting scammed on StubHub. But I mean, is it possible?
Well, anything is possible, but what you want to do is, instead of going directly to the sites, say if you wanted to go to a Colts game, for example, go to the Indianapolis Colts website, and if they sanction a site like a StubHub or an eBay, then you'll know that you're pretty safe, because I don't think the team would put it on their site. Okay. So a lot of teams know. They advertise it as, hey, we have season ticket holders. They can't go to the game. Here, use this site so that other fans can go. So get a team sanctioned site rather than calling up the team asking for tickets, because that'll be a little frustrating. Go to the sites that are sanctioned by the team. Is it too late to get some of these tickets already, or can you get some of these tickets for later on in the season? If you're willing to pay a little bit more, you can wait, you know, a couple of weeks before the game. But the better thing probably is, as soon as teams begin selling their tickets, fans then know, hey, I can't go to that game, I got a wedding, put it up there, and you'll get it cheaper than if you wait till the week before you leave. But if you're willing to pay a little bit more, then I think it's okay to do it just before you leave. And obviously, if you're getting this for someone else, you need to find out what team they like. That's the first thing. But then also, if you can't get tickets for that, you could go to another team stadium just to go to the game, right? Yeah, absolutely. The NFL is a great experience. I think all 32 teams do a great job for home games. Most of the stadiums are new. So it's an experience just to be able to go. I mean, Miami, for example, if you're not a Dolphin fan, what better place to go see football in December than when it's 80 degrees and sunny? Jacksonville is another destination. That's a team where you actually might be able to buy tickets the day of the game at the box office. So there's a lot of great destinations, even for somebody who might not be a fan of that particular team. Some of the most coveted tickets in the NFL are for what teams? Probably the older teams, you know, Bears, Giants. The Jets do very well. They've got a season ticket base that goes back a long way. Usually the team's been bad for a long time, like the Detroit Lions. Tickets are relatively easy to get. But because it's once a week, and most of it's family-oriented season tickets going down from generation to generation, it's not like other sports where you can say, oh, that's an easy ticket. Compared to other sports, it's always probably very difficult. And I know it's probably a dumb question, but Super Bowl tickets they're just not to be found, correct? They're way too expensive. I mean, you're talking face value like $900. And would you go if someone said, here, you can buy these two tickets for $1,000 a piece? Would you go? I mean, if you weren't Don LeGreca, famous 1050 ESPN sports person,
you know, as an average normal person?
You know what? I would go if my favorite team was there to pay that much money, but it is a spectacle. I mean, there's only been, this will be the 44th one, so it's not like it's something that's happened a million times.
That's a good
It does
point.
happen once a year, but it's still, usually it's in cities like New Orleans. Again, what better place to spend a January than down in New Orleans or going to South Florida and Miami? So it's not just the Super Bowl, it's all the parties around it. You can really spend an entire week before you even get to the game.
Parties. That's the problem.
I will invite you. How about
okay.
that?
Well, now I feel better.
If one of the local teams make it. One quick note, though, I wanted to be able to get to is, make sure if you're getting it as a gift, or even if somebody wants to go and do it themselves, get a hotel, if it's possible, within walking distance of the stadium. A lot of mistakes are made where I'll get a hotel maybe 10 miles away, a little cheaper, and then drive over.
Oh, good point.
Sometimes it's difficult to get to these stadiums. Like Baltimore, for example, the parking lots fill up sometimes the night before, and you could park 3-4 miles away, and you'll say to yourself, why didn't I just get a hotel that was a little bit closer? So try to pick a hotel close to the stadium.
And those hotel rooms are going to go quick, so go ahead and plan it. It's okay to plan in advance 2 months out, right?
Yeah, that's actually a good point, because you might be able to do that before you get the tickets. Now, some people might be a little leery of getting the hotel and then not being able to get the tickets and having to cancel the hotel, so maybe they want to get the tickets first. But try to book in advance, get close, because a lot of these stadiums, especially stadiums like Baltimore that are built within the city, don't have a parking lot. So you're going to different, you know, a church will have a parking lot for $10, and different restaurants that have a big parking lot, and you can find yourself being like 4 or 5 miles away from the stadium, and that's inconvenient, especially in inclement weather.
Good point. Thank you, Don, very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir. Well, your first appearance, you can come back anytime you like.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, very good. We will continue here on Travel Show Live. Stay with us.